Hi, and welcome to Five Valleys Land Trust's Pizza and Conservation, an evening with Biga Pizza. Get your ingredients ready to go, because in just a few minutes, Chef Bob Marshall will show us how to craft his exceptional pizza right in your own kitchen. And now, on to the show.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Erickson.
I'm Lindley Erickson.
We have the same kind of favorite pizza.
Margarita.
My favorite thing about conservation is exploring new wild places.
And mine is rafting on local rivers.
Hi, my name is Bjorn. I'm from Big Sky Brewing Company. My favorite pizza is Canadian bacon and pineapple. And the thing I really love about conservation is trails. Lots of trails.
Hey everyone, my name is Mike Foote. My favorite pizza is Flathead Cherry from Biga Pizza. And I love conservation because it is quite literally our common ground.
Hi, I'm Julie.
Hey folks, I'm Thomas. Our family's favorite pizza is the Flathead Cherry Chutney.
And to me, my favorite thing about conservation is connectivity, both habitat connections across the landscape and human and generational connections to the land.
Hi, I'm Leila Haack, and my favorite pizza is Winter Squash from Biga. Conservation means adventures on preserved open spaces. And you?
I'm Cathy Fischer, and my favorite pizza is blue cheese spinach walnut. And conservation allows us to recreate or recreate ourselves.
Support Five Valley Land Trust.
Hi, I'm Doug Ness. My favorite type of pizza is pepperoni, with mushrooms, onions, and jalapenos on it. And what I love about conservation is to be able to hike and run on trails. Thanks for being here.
Hi, my name's Tim McCue, and I like conservation because it preserves public access for fishing. What's your name?
My name is Wyatt. I like conservation because they protect the animals.
My name is Alina McCue, and my favorite thing about conservation is that it brings people together regardless of religion, political views, race, etc.
What's your name?
Cooper. Okay, and your favorite thing about conservation is?
The mountains, protecting the mountains.
Hi, I'm John Fiore of Sapphire Physical Therapy. Conservation and open space is important to me because it's where I find peace and recreation during these crazy times. And the Pompeii pizza at Biga is my favorite there. And yes to pineapple on pizza.
Hi, I'm Joe from Big Sky Brewing. My favorite pizza is any pizza with Italian sausage on it, like the Sicilian at Biga. And what I love about Five Valleys conservation work is trails, getting out there with my 70-year-old mom or my teeny little kids.
Hello and welcome here. You are looking live from Biga Pizza. My name is Shaun Thomas Radley V, and we have a very special evening for you. First off, I want to thank our sponsor and where I'm at right now, Biga Pizza and Bob Marshall. We couldn't have done this without these guys. This is our third annual Pizza and Conservation. Also, big thanks to Big Sky Brewery, been keeping me hydrated since 1968. Love me some Big Sky Brewery. Scariano Construction, thank you guys for your support. It's been tremendous. And then, of course, the fittest man in Missoula, Sapphire Physical Therapy. Thank you guys for sponsoring this event. Also, thanks to you at home for generously donating, buying the pizza kits, and making this happen. We're so excited to bring you this. Five Valleys Land Trust, the staff, very thankful really appreciate your support. We're here tonight to raise money for Five Valleys Land Trust. And the reason we're doing that is because we all love that group and what they bring and protect here in Missoula. It means so much to me, and I know it means so much to you guys at home. We had a matching gift going on, and we already got $10,000, so thank you so much. We're going to try to get to $15,000, so please donate. Remember, if you donate tonight, you get your name in the raffle for one free Biga Pizza per month for the whole year. Like, Cathy, if you can hear me right now, babe, donate. We need to get in that drawing. Huge thanks. One free pizza per month if you donate tonight. Please make sure you get on the horn. We still need those donations to come in. If we get to 15,000, we can match. Also, we're trying to answer the age-old question, pineapple on pizza. I say no. Other people, Ben Haran, say yes. We'll see. Vote for that as well. Now, we're going to get right into the program. We're going to hear from Bob Marshall, owner, operator of Biga Pizza, in a little bit. But first, let's check in with some of the 6 co-sponsors of this event, the McCues, Elizabeth, etc. And then also, we'll kick it to, eventually, Mikey Foote. I think I can call him Mikey. I think we're that tight. Mikey Foote, board member for Five Valleys Land Trust, is going to talk. And then, of course, Whitney, I've never met an open space I didn't like to frolic in. Schwab, executive director, is going to close it out. Take it away, guys.
Good evening, everyone. Mike Foote here, Five Valleys Land Trust board member. Thank you all so much for joining us for our 3rd annual evening of Pizza and Conservation. And thank you to our co-hosts for helping us to get the word out about this event, for joining us this evening, and for supporting us during what has been a wild 2020. Speaking of 2020, we have seen an unprecedented amount of use in our open spaces, our community trails, and our river parks. And this has brought to our attention that our work is as important today as it ever has been and will continue to be in the years to come. It has been so fun to share time out on the landscape in 2020 with our community as well. We have had over 150 volunteers join us for projects throughout the year, whether it's pulling weeds in the Lincoln River Community Park or building trails up on Mount Dean Stone. It has meant so much to share in that time with you all this year. And we have so much more work to do in the future, and we appreciate so much you all joining us for that journey. So with no further ado, I will be handing off the mic to our Executive Director, Whitney Schwab.
I'm Whitney Schwab, Executive Director of Five Valleys Land Trust. Your generosity supports our work to keep large landscapes connected so that wildlife and people have room to roam. It also ensures that we can work to keep ranching and agricultural livelihoods succeeding to the next generation, helping to make sure that our Western Montana way of life is there for future generations, as well as producing food for our local communities. Your support tonight also helps ensure that we can protect our community open spaces and keep them open when people need them most, like the Lincoln Community River Park, the Rock Creek Confluence property, the trails up at Marshall Mountain for mountain biking, and our most ambitious open space project to date, Mount Dean Stone, which is where I'm standing right now. I can't wait to share a little bit more about Mount Dean Stone with you later on tonight, but for now, let's check in with Shaun and Bob and see what's going on in the kitchen.
Don't you love Mike Foote and Whitney? I love them. Who doesn't love them? They're so awesome. Thank you guys for the update. All those projects are tremendous. That's why we love Five Valleys Land Trust. But let's get into the main event tonight. I want to slowly introduce the main guy, the man, the myth, the legend. The reason we're here at Biga Pizza, we're going to get into our pizza demo with Bob Marshall. I know all you guys have your kits at home, your pizza kits that you generously donated. We're going to show you how to make those pizzas. We're going to wrap with Bob in just a little bit. I'm getting a phone call, though. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm getting a phone call. What's that, Ramy? We just got $1,000 donated. $1,000 donated. Let me get to my touch screen here. Okay, zoom in. $1,000 from OnX Maps employees. $1,000 from OnX Maps just came in. Also, huge shout out Rob and Christine in the Upper Rattlesnake, my good friends. They're part of that donation as well. Thank you so much, you guys. That's awesome. I love it. Keep those donations going. We want to try to get to 15,000 tonight. Remember, you get entered in that raffle drawing. Also, do not forget to use the hashtag Pizza and Conservation. Pizza and Conservation. I already used it tonight to post a little selfie. Post that. We want to see what you're doing at home. And without further ado, my friend, a legend in this community, he cares so much about open space, owner, operator, proprietor of Biga Pizza, Bob Marshall. Bob, take it away.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me. Thanks for including me in your event. This is our 3rd year doing Pizza and Conservation, and the idea is to pivot a little bit and do it differently this year. Previous years, we packed the house, poured some wine, had some pizza, rubbed elbows, talked about why we love living in this amazing state and having all this access to wilderness around us. And this year, we decided to do a pizza class, and I really appreciate the opportunity to put these pizza kits together. We've been here all day having fun making the kits and then busting out pizzas. It was great to see a lot of our regulars and maybe some of our soon-to-be regulars show up on the sidewalk in a little bit of rain, beautiful Montana weather, a little bit of everything. So we're going to get started making some pizzas. I'm aware that everybody might have a different kind of oven at home. They might have a pizza stone. You might have all the fancy tools. You might not. You might be using a cookie sheet. And so we're also going to make what we call a grandma pizza. I chose pizza margherita this year because it is the quintessential pizza. I know at Biga we do a lot of wacky toppings.
Bob, did you say grandma pizza?
Grandma pizza.
Okay, continue.
These are two great words that go together so well. Everyone loves their grandma.
All right.
And everyone loves pizza.
Okay, just making sure. Keep going.
So, yeah, it's like word jazz. So we're going to make a couple different kinds of pizza. So we kind of touch upon different ways that people may go about this in their home. Want to make it easy for you guys. I also don't want to make it too easy because I don't want to lose any of my customers. So I just want to make it just accessible, but yet still frustrating enough that you still call us for takeout. Okay. So we're going to get started with how everyone wants to toss the dough. Everyone wants to be an acrobat, right? Really the most important thing is you get the pizza in the oven and bake it to your desired degree of doneness, right? The acrobats can come later, right? So I'm going to show you how I stretch dough because I think it's the most has the most mystique around it. Is how do you stretch the dough? How do you go so fast? How do you do what you do? So we're going to start with the pizza kit, and everyone, I don't know if you're doing this live with me or you already did it, but we're just going to get our doughs open up on a floured board.
Bob, big announcement coming in. Big thanks to Sarah, Zach Millar, and Bill Doyle for donating to the match.
Wow, guys. Wow.
Love
I am
it.
humbled.
Zach and Sarah.
Thank you so much.
Tremendous.
So I'm going to get my doughs. I got two because we're going to do a couple of different ways to do it. And I'm going to pat it out a little bit, right? We got it already opened up. And a lot of people will do something like this. They'll stretch it out. Now, you don't want to make it too thin in the middle. You don't want to push all of your dough to the outside because then you'll rip in the middle. I've got this technique where I turn it with my right hand and I pinch and pull with my left hand. So see how I'm going around like this? This hand's rotating and this hand's pulling. Oh, and I'm already halfway there, right? You can also do this, but make sure you try to keep it in even thickness throughout, right? Then I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to slap it over my hand. I'm going to use my hand as kind of a fulcrum where I'm slapping it back and forth while I'm turning it towards me. So I want to keep it kind of uniform, right? Then I have it draped over my hand, and I'm going to turn around. I have my hands pulled out like this, and you could just let the weight of the dough help you stretch it. Now, I don't want to do anything too crazy, right? I don't want to do anything too crazy and tear it. So I'm just going to gently, right, work it out.
Bob, that little move you just
spinning
did where you said, I don't want to do anything crazy, that was crazy for my level right there.
It's crazy,
Woo!
right?
Ooh,
so that's it.
I like that.
Right? Then I'm already at a small pizza. This is a typical pizza stone, 12 inches, right? You don't want to exceed the stone because then you'll make a mess of your oven. I'm sure a lot of you, when you preheated your oven to 450 degrees, probably had a little bit of a surprise. I wanted to put in the notes, be sure you clean your oven a little bit before you preheat it to 450, right? When your smoke detector goes off, you know your pizza's done. So I have this dough stretched out right here. Now, if you have a pizza stone, but you don't have a pizza peel, and I'm calling this the pizza peel. Some people have them, and you will take your pizza and slide it off onto your pizza stone in your oven.
Ooh.
Right? If you don't have one of those, maybe you've already figured this out. You could take a cookie sheet or something.
Oh, yeah, that's what we have, Bob, in my house.
Right.
That's all we got.
So you build your pizza on something like this.
Oh, I love that.
And then you very gingerly slide it off onto your pizza stone,
okay.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
The other thing we're going to do is we're going to and I'm gonna set these up side by side. I'm gonna make what I call a grandma pizza. You can see this on Instagram. So I've just taken a little bit of olive oil and I've oiled this up a little bit, right? I just oiled up this. So now I've got this one stretched out, right? For the grandma pizza, I'm gonna make it a little oblong, right? I just laid it in there like that. Right? Easy. So I'm gonna set this one to the side. We're gonna stretch this other dough.
Bob, when do we find out what the grandma pizza is?
Well, the grandma pizza is cooking on a cookie sheet.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
Okay. Yep. So now, you found out like right now. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So relieved. So I picked the pizza margherita, and I think I alluded to this, but I digressed. I have this horrible habit of going off on tangents when I do public speaking. So the reason why I picked it is this is the quintessential pizza. Pizza margherita was made when Queen Margherita came into Rafael Esposito's pizzeria coincidentally, it was 1889, the same year that Montana became a state, was when Pizza Margherita was established as a quintessential pizza, right? Serendipitous.
Tremendous.
So I picked that because of that reason. We have our sauce, right? And I'm not using any fancy tools because I want everybody to be able to do this.
I love it.
Okay, I'm just going to turn out my sauce. I'm just going to use a regular old soup spoon, right?
Bob, dumb question. The sauce is homemade or the sauce?
Yes, homemade.
Okay.
So we simmer out stewed tomatoes.
Got it.
With garlic, herbs, olive oil, and red wine. We simmer it in the pizza oven. At Biga, we do all of our cooking in the pizza oven. We don't have any other cooking apparatus. We simmer it out for about an hour and a half, and then we cool it, and then we puree it in a Vitamix.
Love it.
So this is our signature sauce.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to spread this around with a soup spoon, right? You know, I use a ladle. Some people have, you know, a fancy tool for, you know, pizza making spoon. And the other thing with Neapolitan pizza or pizza margherita is you never want to put too many ingredients on a pizza. And if you do put a lot of ingredients, you never want those ingredients to cover each other up. Because when you get a thick layers of toppings on top of toppings, your pizza isn't going to get crispy and you're going to get a soggy product. So you always want to distribute your ingredients, right? So now I've got fresh sprigs of basil, and you're going to want to tear these and put these around. I do this under the cheese. It protects them. And an interesting note, I was on a Food Network show called Guys Grocery Games 2 Marches ago.
What?
And yes, it's called Pizza Playoffs.
Like spiky hair guy with the blonde?
Like spiky
boy.
hair guy from, he's from outside of Chico.
What's he really like? Did you?
Really nice guy.
Okay.
Really nice guy. And he does a lot of good work, philanthropy, and you know, donations. They donate all the food from the grocery store to food banks. So when I was on there, the episode was called Pizza Pros.
Yeah,
one
Guy
of the other
Fiore,
guys,
right? Guy
Fiore.
Guy Fiore. Yep. Thank you.
So we had one of the challenges was to make a traditional pizza and also to make an innovative pizza. And I did a pesto pizza with mushrooms and arugula. But this other guy from Brooklyn, he made a pizza margherita. And he was berated by one of the judges, Tony Gemignati, who runs a Neapolitan pizza school, for not putting the basil leaf shiny side up. He thought it was an insult to the Italian flag to have the dull side up. So I'm very conscientious of that when I place my basil leaves. You can almost hear Tony, you know, sit like a parrot on your shoulder saying, yeah, basil, it's a shiny side up.
Bob,
Right?
I got a question about the shows in general. I watch a lot of those shows. Is it harder with the time restriction, or is it harder to just be creative with that stuff when you're a contestant like you were?
So I work very well under pressure.
Okay.
I really enjoy the clock. I've been working like that my whole life. You know, in food service, you're always playing beat the clock. And especially here, when we're always so slammed, I always have times to meet. I have the times on the ticket. I have a digital clock in front of me. There's always like, you know, trying to get everyone's order out without having them wait. And can you squeeze somebody in and somebody's really hangry at the door? Can you make them a quick pepperoni pizza? And I try to say, so a lot of that, a lot of the timing and the pressure to beat the clock, it appeals to me. I love that game.
Yes.
What I found most challenging is I was never in Flavortown before. Guy's grocery store is called Flavortown. I had never been there before. Right? Had it been Good Food Store or Costco, I probably could have ran around and gotten all my stuff a little bit. At one point to get mascarpone, and I'm looking, and I should have had reading glasses with me, but I was like, oh, I'm going to wing it. I don't really like to wear the reading glasses. And I'm looking at all these different labels, because every state, every grocery store has different labels. And I said to the cameraman, I said, is this mascarpone? And he's filming, and he's just shrugs. And so I just was like, okay, I can see M.A. Okay, let's take this.
Oh, God.
Run back to my station. It was a lot of fun, and
it.
I do it again. Anyway, let's get this stuff in the oven, right? So here's my grandma pizza. I know the oven's a little bit different than at home, but...
Okay, another dumb question. How long, roughly, are we putting that in there for at home?
So at home, I'm thinking 8 minutes, 10 minutes. If you've got, you know, a nice gas stove, or, you know, it might be different than an electric oven. And some people like their crust a little bit more blonde than other people. So I would at least, you know, every time you open the oven, you're going to drop it 25 degrees. But you might want to check it after about 4 or 5 minutes. Just take a quick peek. Don't leave the oven door open for too long. When the oven door is open, it may cool off, and then the heating element's going to kick on, and then maybe your bottom's going to get too dark before your top. So a lot of what we're doing here is we're rotating and trying to cook the top and the sides and the bottom all, you know, within a reasonable degree of doneness ratio to each other. You know, you never want something to have too much top heat and not enough bottom heat, or vice versa. Right.
But Bob, you mentioned the sharing.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, you mentioned.
Okay, you mentioned we're going to transition a little bit here, but you mentioned the sharing of the secrets. I can't tell you how important that is to the community, that you are sharing some stuff, so I appreciate it. We're going to get back to checking in on those pizzas in just a second. I have another update here as we go to our touchscreen and we zoom in a little bit. We've got huge donations from Aaron Forty, Katie and Ryan Chapin, of course, Darren and Jen Bell, Fischer and Carmen Sullivan. We can barely keep up. Keep on donating. Hashtag Pizza and Conservation. Keep it going. We're trying to get to 15,000. Thank you to all of you who have already donated. It means so much to Five Valleys Land Trust and what we're trying to accomplish as a group in this community. It feels so good to be with you. I know it's virtual, but it is amazing to be with everybody. We're going to transition now into our second piece of programming for the evening. We're going to talk to, or we're going to hear from some of our Five Valleys Land Trust staff. We have Sarah and Ryan. Sarah has been working so hard in the Flint Creek and Clark Fork valleys to help out there. We'll hear from her, and we'll also get to hear from Ryan, who's head of our easement effort. So take it away with our clip of Sarah and Ryan. Thank you, guys.
Hello, everyone. Sarah Richey here, Conservation Project Manager with Five Valleys. Standing here on a beautiful afternoon in Lower Miller Creek, looking out over the Oxbow Cattle Company Ranch and back to the Northern Bitterroot behind. I'd like to provide you with some updates from our work this year and into the future. Agricultural land conservation continues to be a big focus for us. These farm and ranch lands are so important for conservation since they make up a big part of our landscape. They grow food, they provide wildlife habitat and connectivity throughout the landscape, and they're important for our social and economic fabric here in this region. This year, Five Valleys protected the 194-acre Sheehy Ranch in the heart of the Potomac Valley. And I'm sure you all have looked out over these working lands as you drive up Highway 200 and into the Potomac Valley, and look out over now what is largely a protected landscape there. The Sheehy property has already transitioned to the next generation of ranchers, so they're out there now stewarding and working those lands. This year, Five Valleys also secured the funding we'll need to put a conservation easement on 2,500 acres of ranch land in the Flint Creek Valley right near Phillipsburg. So we'll work with that family over the coming year or two to protect their grasslands and productive soils, much of which you can see from the town of Phillipsburg or from Highway 1 as you pull into the valley. Our work with that family to support their goals for their ranching operation and their lands will also support the community goals there for open space conservation and for supporting a strong agricultural economy there in the Flint Creek Valley. And since that project is just one of many conservation opportunities in that region at this time, we're also working on securing a longer-term funding source for conservation easements specifically in the Flint Creek Valley, and that'll help us respond to an unprecedented opportunity there for conservation. In addition to all of this, we're thinking strategically about conserving critical areas for wildlife and the corridors they use to move throughout the landscape. We're fortunate to work with really great partners in the northern Bitterroot, in the Flint Creek Valley, and other key areas to support landscape level habitat connectivity. There's more, but I've said enough. I think you all should enjoy your pizza tonight. Stay tuned. We'll keep you posted.
Hello everyone, I'm Ryan Stutzman, Five Valleys Conservation Easement Manager. I'm here in the beautiful Mission Valley to bring you a quick stewardship update. So the bulk of our work on the stewardship side is our annual monitoring visit to each one of our conservation easement properties. We do these visits to ensure that our work has a lasting impact, and it's also a great chance for us to connect with our landowners and just to continue building and maintaining strong relationships. So they really are an essential part of what we do. They're core to the Five Valleys mission. After a late start due to COVID-19, I'm happy to say we are wrapping up a busy monitoring season. As of November 1st, we have visited 185 out of our 190 conservation easements. So only 5 left. We should wrap those up in the next few weeks. Those 190 easement properties encompass over 80,000 acres and are dispersed across 8 counties. So we've got a ton of ground to cover. We spend a lot of time behind the windshield. And for me anyway, podcasts and coffee and a few snacks count as required equipment during the monitoring season. Despite our late start and the additional challenges posed by COVID-19, a huge thank you goes out to all of our conservation easement landowners for being so flexible and accommodating as we've worked through the monitoring season and all the extra challenges that we've had this year. And also just a huge thank you to them for being such great stewards and conservationists. So the other side of the stewardship program is the lands that Five Valleys Land Trust owns and manages ourselves. We've got a couple great properties that are open to the public that are great options for getting outside during the long winter. The Rock Creek Confluence property is only 25 miles from Missoula, and it's a great place to cross-country ski or take the kids to have a sort of extra large size snowball fight. If you're looking for a bigger commitment, maybe more of a drive, check out the Lincoln Community River Park. It's just right outside the town of Lincoln. The park provides access to the Blackfoot River, and it's a great place to have a warm beverage, or if you're feeling hardy on one of those warm December days we get, maybe try and do some fishing. So that's about it for quick stewardship update. It's been a challenging year for everyone, and certainly the Five Valleys Stewardship Program is no exception, but we've been able to adapt and work with our partners and landowners to get the work done and ensure that our conservation projects have a meaningful and long-lasting impact. So thank you.
Mount Dean Stone, what a year. We have worked together with our partners to help build 5 miles of new trail, a nice 8% mellow grade that is, from the South Hill Spur all the way up to the top of Mount Dean Stone. We're in the process right now of continuing to work together with our partners at the city and through the Mount Dean Stone Committee to help ensure that everything is ready for people to be enjoying this trail next summer. We've also been working to connect the top of the ridge all along to the West Fork of Deer Creek. That trail received critical funding this year from the Recreation Trails program, and we're looking ahead to the spring on when we'll break ground, and we can't wait to be in touch to invite all of you to come out for some socially distanced work days in the spring and next summer. We also appreciate all that you guys have done with us this summer to help finish the trail on Mount Dean Stone. We couldn't have done any of it without the work of the Mount Dean Stone Committee, our critical partnerships with the City of Missoula, with MTB Missoula, with the Nature Conservancy, Onyx Maps, Sapphire Physical Therapy, the Runner's Edge, so many of you, Run Wild Missoula. It's just such a great community effort to see all of this come forward, and we look forward to the future of connecting to the landscape here with you very soon.
Hi, my name is Leila Hoyt. I'm the Lands Director with Five Valleys Land Trust, and I am thrilled to share this sneak peek of the new trail that's being developed on the Dean Stone corridor. The trail will end up connecting with the existing trails on the Barmire and the South Hill Spur properties. It's not done yet, so it's not open to the public, but we're hoping it can be open to the public in the spring of 2021. So let's take a look. So the Dean Stone corridor will open up 5 miles of new trail adjacent to town. So as you can see, this trail is built at a moderate grade, so it'll be broadly accessible to people of many abilities. So even if you don't get out, get and exercise a lot, we think you'll find this to be a more accessible trail than some of the steeper ones in town. The trail goes through quite a few different forest types and will offer a shady respite for a warming world. We're up here near the top, looking up the Bitterroot, enjoying this great view. The pandemic, it sure has emphasized just how important these places are for staying healthy and keeping our heads on straight as the world shifts around us. These places are more important than ever for helping us take care of our physical and our mental health.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. I mean, having a trail that isn't as steep, it's tremendous for our community, everything that Five Valleys Land Trust is doing. But take a look at this pizza that Bob came out. That looks delicious, Bob. He's pulling that out. It is tremendous. I need some dinner, buddy. How are you doing over there, Bob?
Oh, we're hanging tough. We're getting hungry here.
Oh my gosh. I guess
So
I
I've
can
got
see
my
it. I
hand
can see it
tossed.
at home, but you guys can't see it. Bob's pulling that pizza out. It looks tremendous. I hope everybody's pizza at home is going okay. Oh, you guys can't see it at home. Sorry. That looks so good. Oh, look at that grandma pizza, Bob.
Yep.
That's
so
amazing.
We've got a grandma pizza. We've got our hand-tossed pizza.
Okay. Remember, guys at home, keep on donating. It's going through the roof right now. Huge thanks to Solon and Emily Linton for donating. Continue to donate. We're trying to get to $15,000 to match that. Big thanks to everybody who's donated already. We want to get to 30,000 total. We need to get to 15 and then the rest will be matched. Huge thanks to our sponsors. I kind of came up with a couple little sponsor things, so I'm going to try those out right now. I'm always thirsty. Where do I go? Joe and Bjorn at Big Sky Brewery. Let's do it. I need to build some things. Scariano Construction stepping up once again. Thank you guys. Oh, I have a nagging knee injury. Where do I go? Sapphire PT, John Fiore, fittest guy in Missoula, Sapphire Physical Therapy. Best pizza in town, Biga Pizza. Bob has been donating his time, effort. Biga Pizza, make it happen. They're open for pickup. You got to support these guys. Thank you so much. Bob, how you doing over there?
I'm getting ready to serve you pizza.
Oh, my God.
I'm in my happy place.
I am so hungry. Remember to post to the hashtag pizza and conservation. I did take a little peek on there. There wasn't a ton of pictures. Pizza and conservation. I want to see some epic fails. Me and Bob want to see some things that are not very good. As I get my pizza slid over to me. Thank you, sir. This is tremendous. I don't know if you guys can see this at home. I think you can, but this looks so good here. Oh my gosh. Tremendous. So this is the margarita. Oh, I love it. I'm going to take a quick bite here. My son puts like his snack inside his mask and then eats his snack like a horse with a little feed trough. I don't know what's going on with the kids these days. It's crazy. Thank you so much for donating. Bob, I want to kick it over to you for one more little clip here. Talk about
Yes,
how
sir.
the pizza came out and anything you want to add to the folks at home who are going through this right now.
You know, part of the fun and the joy of making pizza is doing it together, especially after a nice hike in our beautiful wilderness that we have and the accessibility that we have that organization of Five Valleys Land Trust has facilitated. Come back in, take your shoes off, heat up that oven, gather around, make some pizzas, and enjoy each other's company and stay well. Thank you so much for including me in this.
Thank you, Bob. And we did get a super fun photo on our hashtag. I don't know if you guys can see this for Pizza and Conservation. That's tremendous there. This is from @Naramira Haldoff. I'm sorry for pronouncing that wrong. This is a great little crew here, a little pizza and beer. I don't know if you can see this, Bob, but they're enjoying it, man.
Love it.
And it looks like they did pretty well, too.
For sure.
That's great. So tremendous. Remember, use the hashtag Pizza and Conservation. I just got a text from HQ, World Five Valley Land Trust headquarters. We have exceeded the goal. So we're above 15,000. Keep it ticking. I'll get a rotary phone over here if I have to and take donations all night. Let's keep this party rolling. I also, big announcement here, very big announcement.
Grandma
Remember,
pizza.
if you donated tonight, you got a free Biga Pizza every month for the remainder of the year. Thank you, Bob. That's an amazing prize, by the way.
Yes, sir.
That's amazing. You get a free pizza once a month from Biga Pizza. That's donated. The winner of that, Bob, is Mariah McIntosh. Mariah McIntosh, Michael and Bob are going to see her a lot in here. She gets one free pizza from Biga Pizza for the whole month. Let's talk about the final updates, okay? Final updates. We have exceeded the $15,000 match. Now, I'm going to be 100% transparent with you. That was not told to me before. I'm getting live text messages that this program and the support of our sponsors have taken that above 15,000. You guys need to pat yourselves on the back. The community has come together. This is what we need during these times. So we appreciate everything you guys have done. Because one thing we can do right now is we can get outside and we can get on those trails. So I really appreciate it. I'm going to check one more message here, so bear with me before I close it out. Unfortunately, this just in, pineapple is the winner. I did not think pineapple should be on pizza, but pineapple is the winner. Bob, I never asked your opinion on the pineapple. What is your thoughts on pineapple pizza?
I feel like whatever pleases you, you should put on a pizza. It's a great medium for, and I mean, who am I to say? Look at all the wacky stuff I put on a pizza. Cherries, who would have thunk?
That is tremendous. So pineapple wins. Ben Horan, MTV Missoula, you win. Huge thanks to Five Valleys Land Trust. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Keep doing what you do. Thank you to everyone who donated at home. We'll be following hashtag Pizza and Conservation all evening. And most importantly, the co-sponsors, the families, the McCues, etc. Everybody, thank you so much for being a part of this evening. And then our sponsors, Biga Pizza, Bob not only donating his time, but also the venue, the money, everything. It's all for open space. Big Sky Brewery, they've been donating to everything around town. It is tremendous. I cannot tell you the level of support that Big Sky Brewery has provided over the years for this group and conservation in Montana. Scariano Construction, thank you guys. Been supporters from the very beginning. On X Maps with the employee matching donation. I can't believe it. That's tremendous. And then, of course, our friend John Fiore and his crew, Sapphire Physical Therapy. We couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Shaun Radley. I'm going to sign out. For Bob and Biga Pizza, have a great evening. Be safe.